Ostrich Appleseed. Look at Ostrich Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed.
Today is September 9th, 2019, and it is my lucky day. I want to give a shout out to Nick Furukawa and his wife. I got my memory cards back. Last month I lost my memory cards on the trail in Glacier. A few days ago I got a call from a gentleman who lives in Michigan, and he found my cards. I can't believe it. I did not expect this video was going to come to fruition. I had video and pictures from the last day and a half of the trip, but everything else was gone. It'll be a great video. We are back in business. Thank you, Nick Furukawa. Appreciate it. Well, thank you to your wife. She's the one who actually found it, I guess. Both of you saved the day on this video here. So we're gonna make sure all the videos and pictures work in here. It's gonna be time to start editing. All right.
Samson, you want to come?
Wow, it's pretty full. We are here in Pocatello, Idaho, at Jamie's house. My old backpacking companion. Rental car.
Oh yeah.
Stuffed to the brim.
I love being snuggly tight.
We are heading out to Glacier National Park. Got the boys here.
We're going through Idaho right now. The smoke is crazy. I've renovated the Rogue, and I took out the headrests for the drivers, so we had more of a connection with each other. And Jake agrees that he likes the renovations to the place.
I think it really opens it up. Gives it like a
So much room.
very open scheme.
We're pretty jam-packed. Hey, Mike.
Where are we going, Dom?
I know that you are all wondering where Mike and I are taking you on this northern trek through the Idahoan plains. We're going to Glacier National Park, the many glacier part of Glacier National Park.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna do the North Circle Loop. This is supposedly the best loop of all the loops. It's 53 miles.
That's a good.
It's
That's a good thing to say.
11,500 elevation gain. We went to this Pocatello, Idaho. We went to a brewing place there. What's it called, Mike?
Jim Dandy.
Jim Dandy. They got good beers, would you guys say?
They were pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah.
We got a desert mic there in the front seat if you wanted to know. That's a desert mic. But Gold Jungle Jake, Backcountry Bulk. That's Espen.
I don't have an alias yet.
We're figuring out an alias for Espen. If you come up with one, just leave it in the comments below. We're just trying to figure out a good name for Espen. You know, he doesn't have a role yet. We just crossed the Continental Divide and got into Montana. Some big pointy mountains. The smoke's cleared now that we're not in Idaho.
He's crushing it.
He's crushing that candy. Look at that mustache. You gotta get closer to it.
Can you see it yet? You might be able to see it.
It's very green and pretty. Right, Jake? This guy's awkward. That's a desert mic.
Dom does not get the essence of these trips. We're supposed to be disconnected. We're supposed to be returning to nature. And this guy is on Snapchat.
Glacier awaits.
This probably isn't shuffled. That's probably why.
All those are buffalo. That big pointy thing.
That's the Lonely Mountain. We're gonna go fight smog.
Are you gonna smoke his ruins upon the mountainside?
We are all very excited.
Look at that water entering Glacier. Yes.
What a place to put that too.
I know, right?
That's such a cool picture right there.
We are at the Many Glacier Ranger Station. Gonna get that permit. Over here. This is the Going to the Sun. Jillian and I went
Oh,
over
we're
here.
already here?
This is the
And how do you spell your last name?
Johnsson. It was right after the shutdown too. I mean, like, the permit went through in like 3 days, and normally it says it takes, like a couple weeks, so I was very happy with that. So excited.
Time-wise or mileage?
A lot of people try and get us.
And I would say going out to Red Rock Falls here, or
That's a very beta move.
Well, you know what we could do, dude? If I ever wanted to play, like we got rained out for a day, I could just use one of your decks to play. You know what I mean? There's the rental car, Swift current motor in, and hello there. This is Hike with Mike, and hike with others as well. We are here at the Iceberg Ptarmigan Trailhead, and we are going off for a 6-day, 5-night, 52-mile loop of the Glacier North Circle route. We're going up 2,500 feet, 5 miles to the Ptarmigan Tunnel, and then we will go through the tunnel, head down another 5 miles or so to Elizabeth Lake.
There's a long drive here. Very long drive.
I'm
Wow.
just ready to get on the trail.
Oh, let's go. We're going. All right, let's go. So this place is packed. Today's Monday, August 12th, 2019, and we are walking through the parking lot to the trailhead. Our weather forecast for today is supposed to have rain until about 4 or 5 p.m. The clouds look kind of rainy here. It seems like it'd be rain, but it's almost like a mist you walk through. That's what I'm guessing. It could be different when we get up there. I'm here with the boys, Dominic, Jacob, Espen, Christopher, and myself. Today we're going 10 miles to Elizabeth Lake. There is some rain clouds hanging. This is gonna be quite an adventure. We drove 16 hours here.
A long time.
Let's go. Let's go time. Go time. Go time. What do you got, Jake? What's it like?
It's pretty good.
Sweet? Sour?
Like a raspberry, not so sweet, a little bit more tart.
Huh.
It's really good.
We are on our way. First mile or so. Nice grade. Not too bad. Hard packed dirt trail. There's a moose right down there to the right of that tree. On the left side of the screen, you can probably see him moving around his rack. It's the first moose I've seen in the wild in my life.
Dude, that's a big moose.
Looking around. These clouds are amazing. Look at them just coming in there, just swooping by. What?
It's too hard. I can't do it. It's not even cool. Look, it's not even cool.
Jake's
Rain.
Jake's not satisfied. We think this is Ptarmigan Falls, or Christopher saying so. Making our way up to the tunnel. Should be up there past these trees somewhere. We are probably about, I'm going to say 3.5, maybe 4 miles up the Ptarmigan Trail to the Ptarmigan Tunnel. But man, we are gaining some elevation. It's a butt kicker. It's been off and on raining, so we have our rain jackets, which act like a steam room inside of the jacket. Just keeps all your sweat in, and it's not very pleasant. We've reached Ptarmigan Lake, and that is the Ptarmigan Tunnel up there. You can probably see some switchbacks in the middle of the picture. Tunnel's at the top of that. Then we're 5 miles downhill to camp. So our trail's in the middle of the screen there. And there's a couple guys on that switchback right there to the right. This is a massive wall. Climbing up. There's a hole cut through the top there. When that rock gets real thick at the top, we go through the Ptarmigan Tunnel. It's a man-made tunnel. Looks like the Mines of Moria. Has some Lord of the Rings stuff for all you guys who are nerds like us. Whew. Very steep. Got the lake behind us. Making our way up. We We have made it up. The switchbacks. How'd that do, Espen?
That was a son of a gun.
We are here at the Ptarmigan Tunnel. And this will take us through to the other side, and where we have 5 miles all downhill to camp.
The viewers gonna see this. Matching stuff going on right here.
Jeez.
All this matching.
And this sun is trying to come through right now. This is beautiful. That's looking the way we came.
Sea salt chocolate. It just tastes like brownie batter.
What are you doing? Oh my god, did you come out of there? Nice tuna wrap action. Kind of chilly.
Yeah.
We are up pretty high. 7,000 something. Ooh, it is cold.
Go right through your. Probably puts pressure on it, honestly.
Alright guys, I don't like this draft.
Oh no. Guys.
Are you super cereal right now?
I like what you've done with the place.
Let's do it. So this thing's probably about 40, 50 yards. Pretty awesome. Definitely the Mines of Moria. My cousin Balin would give us a royal welcome. Roaring fires, malt beer, ripe meat off the bone, and they call it a mine. Oh, look at this. Wow.
So we camped at the beginning of that lake?
Yep, we are camping at the head of that lake down there. That is Elizabeth Lake.
Dude, that's a 4.5.
That's a 4.5?
4.5.
If you had to critique it, what would you say?
What's wrong with you?
As an artist,
It's amazing.
A little 40.
what would you say about this view?
Did you guys bring any White Claws?
Dang a lot. I have found the glacier.
So this is what the trail looks like coming along the edge of this cliff. Right now it's 5:30. It is light until about 9 o'clock. We're hoping to get to the lake by 7. Gives us an hour and a half. Hour and a half to go 5 miles, down 2,500 feet. So I always looked at that Ptarmigan Tunnel as kind of like the gateway to Glacier. We walk through and now we're really in it here. This is when the adventure really begins. So there's our first glacier. I think that's called the Old Sun Glacier, if I'm not mistaken. And this sun is trying to come out. This will be the first time we've really had direct sun on us the entire trip. Tomorrow's supposed to be clear and sunny. So there's the Ptarmigan Tunnel in the middle of the screen there. That's what we just came down. It's really windy and cold up here. But we just came down this slope. Got sunshine on my face. First time of this trip. It is only day 1, but man. Heading down. There's a little blue sky hole here, and maybe you can see the curtains of rain kind of through there. It's really hard to find a better backdrop than this. This is kind of reminiscent of the Maroon Bells Full House loop that Jake and I did, but the size of this place. Is this Pandora? Is it Narnia? Is it Middle Earth? It's clearing up down there, guys. That's looking friggin' beautiful. These mountains just tower over this area more than anything even close to what I've seen before. I mean, this first day's been rainy, but we've sure lucked out since coming through that tunnel. Jake's trying to hike, but
I am held hostage by a bee right now. He looks like he's getting ready to sting. He's kind of moving his, what is that, thorax is the back part of it? Or the thorax the middle, huh? Moving it around, like kind of rubbing it on. He looks kind of upset. I don't know. No, I don't know how bees work, honestly.
we have made it back down. I guess what you would call tree line. Still making our way down to Elizabeth Lake. It's warming up, getting down lower here. Back into our t-shirts for some of us. There's a lot of dead trees in this area of the forest, and we're making sure we're bear aware.
Hey, bear!
Yelling, being loud, singing.
Dingle-ma-dangle-dongle.
We are at the connection with the Red Gap Pass that goes up to, well, many things, but Slide Lake's up there, which is a beautiful secluded lake. And we have 1.9 miles to Elizabeth Lake. We're making sure that we hay bear a lot. Hey bear! Getting into these thick brushy areas where it's hard to see much more than 10 or 15 feet.
Huckleberries, they're delicious.
What we got?
You're getting that one right there. That's the one you want.
Huckleberry?
Huckleberry snack break.
Oh man, they're
good.
We are very close to Elizabeth Lake. Had a long day. We did car camp, but we did have to drive. It's 7:30 right now. Got a good hour and a half of sun. Get some dinner going when we get in there and the tent set up.
Holy crap, look at this water.
Ooh, this thing is wobbly. Wobbles from left to right and up and down.
It's like that scene in Shrek.
Oh crap. This is wobbly. What the?
He's too tall. He hasn't got that low center of gravity. That was easy for me. Not a good one. Oh, he got stuck. Last one.
We have found camp, Elizabeth Lake. Night number 1 of Glacier North Circle route. You can put about 2 tents per campsite, camp pad. So Dom and I are going to be sharing one tonight. Espen, Chris Bach, and Jake are sharing another. There's a group of 5 here and then another couple. So we got some company. All of our food and items that smell are back at the food prep area. I will bring the camera over there and we'll go take a look, but we're going to set up camp first here. It's 8 o'clock. I think I made it. I did it. I made it. I think I made it. What do you got there, dude?
The infiltrator.
Oh, I thought it was Bullet Rye. What are those things you're wearing?
Keens.
Are they comfy?
Yeah, actually. To infiltration.
Setting up my tent here for the first night at Elizabeth Lake. Starving. Probably gonna do the All-American Burger Works from Packet Gourmet. Delicious. Yeah, enjoy the night here. I want to burn the down. I did a little light heat, like 10 minutes of low heat. Got to give a shout out to Jillian, who got me this awesome bandana handkerchief. It's got some cool poetic words. Hang this thing up, decorate my tent a little bit. Let's see what we got. Yeah, look at that. Got a little decoration, a little flair. Yeah, squishy pillow for the win. I don't like my pillows too squishy, but I don't like my pillows too firm.
You don't like his pillow.
I blow them up just right, and then I sleep all night. I just want my pillow the way I like it.
Yeah.
All right, you guessed it. It's map time. All right, gang, this is what we did today. I'm gonna show you the biz on the glacier map here. This is the Nat Geo Glacier Lakes Waterton map. We are looking at the Many Glacier Trailhead right down here. And this is Eastern Glacier, just to give you some perspective. And the parking lot's about right there. And started the Ptarmigan Iceberg Trailhead. Went up this way, but we continued up to the Ptarmigan Tunnel. And that's where those big switchbacks were. Just beautiful area. Went through that awesome tunnel, and the views just looking out this way were amazing. All those clouds were just swirling around up here by Mount Merritt and Old Sun Glacier. Just coming down this route right here was absolutely stunning. Wildflowers everywhere, exposure a little bit, and views down this way, as well as back up towards Helen Lake, excuse me. Got to these switchbacks, it's getting a little steep, and we are camped right here at Elizabeth Lake Head. Tomorrow, all we gotta do is go around here and make it to Glenn's Lake Head. Today was 10.5 miles, 2,500-ish gain, and it's about 8:30. It's 52 miles total, and it's looking to be pretty darn tootin'. Is it looking to be pretty darn tootin'? Does your camp spot have a nice hearth?
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, what do I drink tonight? What are you drinking tonight, gentlemen?
I'm having a drum roll and a Mountain Standard IPA.
I have a milk stout, an Old Chub.
Tonight's
I'm having an Epic Brewing
Did you make 6?
New England style IPA.
Oh, look at that. Burger Works, come on, guys. Condiments, always a treat. They know what they're doing.
Always a treat. He said Stoney Indian, definitely put everything away because the deer were eating our clothes like right in front of us. Yeah, the lady was saying something about that when we left.
All right then. I have Old Chub.
I got that same, you know, every trip, drum roll. Odell Brewing, Pale Ale.
I have Maximum Cowbell, which I think is a reference to a very funny SNL skit. More cowbell. You know that one. It's pretty good.
Oh, cheers. Oh, Scotch Ale. Espen, what are you doing over there?
I'm making shepherd's cottage pie by Packet Gourmet. It's supposed to be pretty good, although I think I might have messed up the mashed potatoes. I think I added too much water.
How much water did it call for?
5 ounces, but mine looks very liquidy.
I haven't introduced people. Your name's Christopher Bach.
Yes, yes it is.
That is my name.
That is the truth.
Bach has been on some trips with us before, including the most recent flooding of Death Hollow, where we
almost died.
It is 9 o'clock and this sky is still very nice. Yeah, we're just hanging out, got a couple lights going. Espen is gonna drink his mashed potatoes. Wait a minute, dude. I don't know who you are.
I have never met this guy.
I'm Expedition Espen.
I thought we had another name.
It's Tootie
But as they call me, Ostrich Apple.
Ostrich Apple.
Ostrich Apple Larson.
That's what happened. You earned every bit of that name. So this is Espen's first trip with me. We actually had plans to go on a trip that I was not able to go with these guys on. He's been a trooper. Hey Jacob, it's getting late. Hi.
How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Hi.
What are you up to?
Chilling.
I'm Dizzy Dom.
I like to turn
I'm here with Hike with Mark today, and we're in Glacier National Park. And
Wait, what was that last part? I like to turn buses into houses.
This is a little off topic, but I like to turn the school buses into houses. I guess I like to hike, and I like to hike with Mike. So that's what I'm doing today. Alrighty, bye.
It's 10:30, and we are about to go to bed here at Elizabeth Lake Head. And the clouds cleared up, full moon here over the lake. This place is something special. We'll get a really good look tomorrow morning. Hopefully it's supposed to be sunny. Yeah, that's really gonna do it. I'm gonna watch this for a little bit. Do you have anything to say?
It's gonna be cold. It's not that bad. I'm sure once I get to here, I'm gonna have a different opinion on that. For right now, it's really nice. Yeah, it's cold now that it's up to the vitals.
Is that Aquaman?
Oh, it feels so good once you get.
I bet it does. I think I need to do it. It is the morning of our second day here in Glacier National Park. We are at Elizabeth Lake. Absolutely beautiful this morning. We had storms a little bit yesterday, some raining. It's great, sunny, beautiful morning. A couple guys went in, washed off a little bit, cleaned up, and now they're gonna go play some Magic the Gathering. That's what we do out here. Awesome morning. Temperature's supposed to be in the 70s today. Clear. Have some breakfast, hang around camp here. No rush. We've got 8 miles and only 300 feet of gain. Last night, Chris heard something in the night. Dominic and I are sharing one tent pad, and Chris, Espen, and Jake another. And Chris told us that he heard something large come through, maybe a moose, maybe something, but he heard some snorting and tree cracking. And we heard some bald eagles, saw a couple bald eagles this morning. It's pretty awesome. Another group of guys told us that there was a moose that walked through camp last night. Ah! It's kind of a little walk, really. I mean.
Yeah, that's why I brought my bag over here. I don't have to go back until I put away my tent.
So my buddy Jamie let me borrow this 4-liter platypus gravity system. He's been on a couple of the videos. I've actually been looking into getting one of these specifically for large trips like this. It does 4 liters. I think it filters from the dirty bag to the clean bag in something like 3 or 4 minutes. and then you can just hang the clean bag and use the same hose as a way to just fill up everybody's containers and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of weird right now. It's acting funky. Trying to maybe back flush it, I think. We'll see if this does something, but it's moving really slow. So let's see if this works now. Oh yeah. So now it's working great. Yeah, it's like a faucet turned on. It's moving now. So what do we got for Bachfrist today?
Oatmeal. Lots of oatmeal.
Just oatmeal?
And I like to mix in a little breakfast essentials because it's essential for breakfast.
Just kind of exploring around here. There's a group of 6 guys. I think 2 or 3 of them had this spot. So that's how these look. Not very big. You do have to kind of cram your tents in. And this is Espen and Bach's tent. And Jake. We got a nice little area. I think this one's better than the one I just showed you. Jake's got some room. They have a 2-person, so room there. And a mix of cover and not cover, which is actually really important out here depending on the rain and what's going on. I got my rain fly over here. It says perfectly dry. All right, let's keep going. We continue on along down here to where Dom and I are. Cool little spot. Probably one of the smallest, but Dom does have a 2-person. Mine's here. Gonna do some housekeeping. I think I actually might put my tent away. Mosquitoes are coming out, that's for sure. Man, I need to jump in this lake and get some bug spray on. So packing up camp here, got the bear spray handy. Supposed to carry it with you everywhere. I was walking between the food prep area and our camp here without it, which is only about a 2 or 3 minute walk, but you know, even that walk, I'm far away from everybody now, probably, you know, quarter mile. Something happened, who knows? This is it. This is wild. It's unbelievable out here, and it's been an awesome first day. Yesterday was huge. Woke up in Augusta, Montana, and then made our way here. Hiked 10 miles in, beyond excited. I think I'm gonna jump in the lake actually before I get fully packed. I feel like that's something I need to do. Wash off and get going eventually here. Definitely have a pretty relaxing start to the day. Nobody's rushing anything. We are expecting the weather to be fine, so it's all right with me, really. Finish packing up camp here. I'm gonna head back to the food area, jump in real quick. I'm packed up. And that's a look at our campsite at Elizabeth Lake. Beautiful. Here's some waves going on. I'm gonna check this out. I live out on the western slope of Colorado, and there's a nearby town of Ridgway, Colorado. It's actually where my parents live down by. And there's a beef jerky place we always stop by called Ray's Jerky. And I want to give them a shout out because this jerky, Jillian and I, my girlfriend, we decided that it is probably the best jerky I think we've ever had. Continually get it every time we're down there. And this variety is the Desert Hot. Pick them up if you're in the area. It's all natural stuff, Colorado beef. It is fantastic. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's for Yagi. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we are on our way, heading out from Elizabeth Lake. What is this called?
Tent.
What?
Wondering. That's the tent right there. It's Don Mist Falls.
Man, this giant edge of the mountain here. enormous. These layers in it are really colorful. This thing's huge. That was Dawn Mist Falls. Quite impressive. The Belly River is the river that flows down that, and that's a massive waterfall. We're gonna be doing the Stoney Indian, passing the Cosley Lake forward pretty soon here, and then also go along Glens Lake, and that's where we will camp at the head of that lake. Made it to the junction, to the Belly River Trailhead. We're going to Cosley and beyond.
I kept calling it Cosby Lake. Horse Ford. You said Cosley, and I thought you were saying Cosby the whole time. And I said Cosby to one of those people who were asking us where we were going, and they said, oh yeah, Cosley Lake over there. And that's when I realized I was so embarrassed.
I'm ashamed.
Me too.
I don't know what peak that is. It's pretty awesome though. We're making our way to Cosley Lake, and at Cosley Lake we're gonna cross the inlet. We've got to wade through the water. It's about knee-deep high, this group said. It's pretty cool. It's got like a steel cable you hold on to. We should be there in a little over a mile. Cross the lake, and then from there it's about another 4 miles to our campground for the night. Beautiful sunny day. I'm sure it's gonna be real nice. The stuff we've been walking through is very lush, pretty thick, dense, and you want to be aware on your sides. I keep checking my left and right, looking for animals, possible bear. We're shouting, "Hey bear!" We've been enjoying these thimbleberries. They're so good. Ooh, thimbleberry. Yummy. Wow.
The ostrich dance.
It's the ostrich dance right there.
The ostrich dance.
I ran in the cable.
Tall guys run into the cable. Oh, there's some people run into the cable, I guess. We are leaving the crossing of the inlet to Cosley Lake. We had some lunch, heading towards camp, about 3.5 miles to Glens Lake. This place is unbelievable. Holy moly. Walking through these meadows here near Cosley Lake. I'm not sure what the name of this thing is over my shoulder here, but it's an awesome butte. We saw that thing on the way up, driving up towards Many Glacier. It's quite impressive. Going across another log bridge.
There you go, Chris.
Doing that bird dance.
Yeah. Going up from Glens Lake Foot Campground up to the Glens Lake Head, and it's a little bit of a gain. Pretty good grade. Yesterday coming up to the Ptarmigan Tunnel was very steep. We haven't had much gain today, and whew, about 6 o'clock, and we're pretty close. I'll guess about 10 or 15 minutes. The camp set up, take a look at the lake. Made it to a seasonal installed bridge. We're just about to camp. We've made it to Glens Lake. This is the food prep area. The pole is off of Espen's right. Got to hang our food before we can go set up camp. Tent spots are behind us. Looks like they're probably going to be right near the lake, which is pretty darn tootin'. So we're going to go check it out. Come back, make some food, happy hour, and grab. So here at the Glens Lake Head Campground, got to hang our food up on this pole. There was that bear container last night at Elizabeth Lake that we were allowed to kind of store our food safely and go to camp and do things we need to. But here you can't do that as easily. We got to hang it, go set up camp, come back eat, and then anytime that we leave this food prep area, we need to come hang food. It's just kind of what they ask, and just prevents bears from coming around and shutting down the campground in case something happens, and that would screw up other people's opportunities to come here. So we'll see how that how this works. I've never done this either. I think like a stick helps too.
I'm gonna throw it. Oh. What a pro shot.
Can you take me higher? To a place where romance is. Oh yeah, baby. Got the food bags hung up. Gonna go set up some campy. So last night at Elizabeth Lake, on the campground map, there was 5 sites listed. This one on the map only shows 3, and we have 2 of those 3. So there is only 1 other bag of food hanging. There should be 1 other group here. That's campground. We're heading to the lake. Where's our camp spots? All right, well, camp at Glenn's Lake. Chris, Espen, and Jake are gonna take this spot. Dominic and I are 15 yards from them. So 2 of the 3 spots are ours, and this is looking good. Walking down from camp to Glenn's Lake. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's pretty darn nice. Wow. We have made it to Glenn's Lake. We're at the Glenn's Lake Head campground. This is pretty damn nice. Tomorrow we're going to be heading up Stoney Indian Pass. It's 7 o'clock. Temperatures are cooling down, and I can do some dinner, having a beer, some whiskey. Just relaxing, watching the light. Gonna change on these peaks. Beautiful day, sunny, great, fantastic hike. So this is looking towards the east. And up there, near that waterfall, is Mokowanis Lake. And there's another campground up there at the lake and at the junction. We are going to be heading up this valley here, coming in the center, and then up to the right, past this close ridge tomorrow to get to Stoney Indian Lake. The beer I have tonight is Juicy Freak. It is a juicy IPA from Denver Brewing Company. Yeah, this view, I mean, got Packet Gourmet Dottie's chicken and dumplings for dinner. This is one of the favorites. Oh, we got 2 of them tonight. Who else is doing dumplings? Dom, you doing Mountain House dumplings?
I'm doing Mountain House dumplings. Chicken and dumplings.
So I have the Packet Gourmet Dottie's chicken and dumplings cooking in the steep bag. We were just hanging out at the food prep area. There's a group of 3 that's over there hanging out. A couple are from out of state, but they're enjoying their time. They actually did the entire 2 days that we have done in 1 day. They pushed 18 miles today. It was pretty funny. They came in when we were hanging out getting ready to leave today. They took a break there and actually headed out and beat us here. They really pushed it. Dom and I set up right here. This is going over to Chris Espen's and Jake's tent. Their little spot. The last group is actually kind of right beyond these trees down in there. There's 3 in a row here, and it's beautiful. It's right by the lake. All right, we came back to the shores of Glenn's Lake. Espen thought he saw a bear, but it's actually a deer. But nonetheless, that's still pretty cool out here. This reflection right now on the lake is pretty spectacular. That's Pyramid Peak right in front of us. We're gonna be heading up Stoney Indian Pass up there straight ahead now, tomorrow morning. Just a beautiful evening. Oh, that filter looks pretty tight right now, dude. Pretty tight, dude. Espen's hair always looks sick. He's lucky. He's got thick hair.
Talking about my hat hair.
Yeah, it looks terrible, dude. I'm so angry with your thick, luscious hair. We are hanging out at the food prep area at Glens Lake Head Campground.
We're not really hanging out. He kind of just forced us to come here for this video.
The Lord of the Rings soundtrack going through that tunnel. That was Mount Moria right there. Bridge of Khazad-dûm. It is 9:10 on our second day here. We're going to be calling it a night. It's getting dark. Big day tomorrow. Heading up to Stoney Indian Pass, and we're going to be camping at Stoney Indian Lake. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. It is the third day of our trip here in Glacier, and we are at Glens Lake, and it's about 6:45. Pretty chilly this morning. I'm just kind of walking through the food area, and I'm gonna go take a look at the pit toilet. So you have your food prep area right there. The pit toilet is right down there, and we have our food hanging on those two trees right up there. This is the way to the almighty throne, the crapper, the loo, the outhouse. We call it the hoo-hoo house. We have a cabin in the desert in California. I don't know why my mom calls our outhouse in the Mojave Desert the hoo-hoo house. Doesn't look too bad. When you're done using the pit toilet out here in Glacier, make sure you close the lid, close the door, and latch it properly. You want to make sure everybody stays safe out here. Bears have been known to go through into pit toilets. That's how grizzlies roll, I guess. So the morning, I was gonna wear some boots. I'm just wearing some Chacos. Chacos with socks are good, but all the plants get really wet here. They get your feet all wet and cold in the morning. So I personally think all this bear stuff's really exciting. I'd like to see a grizzly. Definitely probably not when I'm alone like this in the morning or in the evening. I would really like to see one, maybe when we're hiking through or hanging out at camp at some point with a group of guys. Today we're going to be heading up some more elevation. We're going up Stoney Indian Pass, which is about 2,500 feet of gain. And then we're dropping a little bit to the actual lake. And it's a little bit higher elevation, probably about 1,500 feet higher than here this morning. So it could possibly be pretty chilly tomorrow there. Kind of some just more alpine, rough conditions. Still a pretty nice day. It's not bluebird skies. There is a light layer of kind of gray coming over everything. So it's not storm clouds yet. So this is kind of a precursor to a storm. Sometimes just a light layer of clouds comes in and then some heavy stuff comes in a day or two later. Again, today we got some elevation gain. It is only a little bit over a 6-mile day. We were talking to the group that was sharing our food prep area with us, and they said to just knock it out early and get it done before it gets too hot and get to camp, you know, early afternoon, mid-afternoon, have some time to relax. So see how that goes. But I'm gonna get some coffee going. The problem here is that once you get your food out, you're technically not supposed to leave it alone at the food prep area, so you should have to hang it back up, which is pretty inconvenient. So we'll see. I might hang all this back up again, but my food is actually at the bottom of the Alright, we're at the food prep area here at Glens Lake. I'm going to start some coffee and some oatmeal and get the day started. When you're hungry and you want some breakfast, you look so good to me. You know what I mean? Peaches and cream. Getting the right consistency of the oatmeal is crucial. Not too soupy, not too tacky. Yesterday morning I couldn't find my spoon, so I actually used a stick to eat my oatmeal. So everybody's got their preferred oatmeal saturation level. Some like a little runny, some like a little thick. This is looking perfect. You do always want the oats to settle for a couple minutes, let them hydrate and soak up a little bit. I do not mind oatmeal. Some people say they get sick of it, but there's dozens of flavors, so you can really choose what works for you. A couple of the guys have apple cinnamon. I wish I would have brought that. I really like apple cinnamon, but this will do just fine. The other 4 guys are sleeping. It's 7:30. Give them an hour still to sleep, We went in to bed around 11, I think, maybe 10:30. Couldn't fall asleep for the first 20 or 30 minutes, and actually woke up a few times in the night. I didn't have socks on at first, and I didn't have a beanie on. I was just wearing my boxer briefs and a t-shirt. I do normally wear socks, so we're a little bit higher elevation, and I didn't consider that. Looks like Dominic has woken up. Now that right there looks like a desert dome.
That's exactly what that is.
Got your breakfast there, mate, huh?
Got the foods.
Espen's got a egg and sausage breakfast diner deluxe. Nice. Starting off strong.
Chicken eggs, scrambled
Olive
eggs.
oil in there.
Yeah, you put the olive oil in here, you put the water in here. Let this sit with the water so it becomes scrambled egg mix, essentially. And then you use this as like a frying pan.
Yeah, it says pan. Did you guys know that Chris and I have the jet boil that has the heat of the Utah desert, so it actually boils quicker than your guys' jet boils?
What?
Yeah.
Oh no. Espen's got some eggs.
Ostrich eggs?
Ostrich egg scramble for the morning.
Cooking any buttons today yet? Roasting my buttons. Eat it. Eat it. You just spilled half of it.
Spilled half of it. Now it's all gone. You have
Now
to cook another one. It is 9 o'clock. We talked about getting out of here at 10 a.m. I think we're going to be on time for that. Got to make it up a steep pass today. It did mention the possibility of rain on Wednesday, so it'd be nice to get up over the pass before that happens. Definitely don't want to be stuck up at elevation with rain or any sort of electric storm or anything. Should make pretty good progress today. We got to go a little bit over 6 miles only. Up Stoney Indian Pass to Stoney Indian Lake. We will camp. The group that we shared this campsite with last night was talking to us, and they had some good information. One of the guys had done a couple of these routes before, and he was just telling us about the length of the route and how steep it is. And today's kind of like a butt kicker, he said right off the bat. It's really steep but short. Sure wish there were birds coming in and out of that. I think that's an eagle's nest. Yesterday morning down at Elizabeth Lake, we saw some bald eagles. It is the morning of our third day. I did not show you what we did yesterday on the map, our second day. We started at Elizabeth Lake and we headed up north right here. Dawn Mist Falls was that giant waterfall on the right we stopped at, which was amazing. One of the biggest waterfalls I've ever seen. And right here was the split for the Belly River Trailhead. That's up going towards Canada. And we made a left. There's real thick vegetation in here. At Causley Lake, we had the little inlet walk and with the steel cable. That was kind of fun and different. Never done anything like that. We crossed there, headed down past Causley Lake Campground. This whole trail again was real lush, wooded. It looks like it goes by the lake, but it's really off the lake and you can't even see the water the majority of that time there. We made it to Glenn's Lake Foot Campground, and from there we just pushed on a little bit and got to the Glenn's Lake Head Campground where we are today. Today we're going to be heading up towards Stoney Indian Pass. It's going to gain very quickly right here. We climb up this pass and drop down to Stoney Indian Lake. There's two big parts right here that are real steep, real fast. It's only a 6 mile day, but we got to climb up 2,500 feet and get to the lake where we'll be camping for the night. The weather is looking overcast. I think we're gonna get storms maybe in tonight or tomorrow. We'll be a little bit higher than we were last night, so it probably will be a little cooler as well. So we'll see how we do. It is 10:30. We're heading out from Glenn's Lake up over Stoney Indian Pass today to Stoney Indian Lake, about a 6.5 mile day. A lot of gain, real quick. Just gonna hit it hard and get up there. Onward. All right, here we go. Day 3 of Glacier National Park, 2019. Feeling great. It's overcast today, but that's all right. We are heading to Stoney Indian Lake. Got about 3 miles till we start climbing up the pass, and it's gonna be a butt kicker. We know that, so prepare for the suffering. I'll include some of it for you. That's Pyramid Peak right there. Pretty giant. This trail's real thick here. So we are starting some steeper stuff heading up. Whew, it's gonna get real spicy. We're heading out of this valley. We're just about to these waterfalls. Magnificent. It's just a cascade. A few steps, and we'll be there. Bee on the flower.
Bumbly. There's another one there.
All these alpine daisies, just littered. Beautiful. So we're definitely in the switchbacks right now. pretty steep stuff, but the wildflowers are just beautiful here. Sun's coming out right now. Tom, how are you liking Stoney Indian Pass so far, the climb up?
Really cool. There's waterfall. Views to the lakes. Mountains.
How about you, Bach?
Oof.
Getting steep?
Yeah.
We just took a little snack, lunch break, heading up Stoney Indian Pass. It is 12:50. We still got a pretty good climb, I think about 1,500 feet. We are about halfway through the day as far as mileage. A couple of waterfalls there. Oh, that's some pretty water.
A whole new world.
Making our way up Stoney Indian Pass. Some lush vegetation.
One hell of a waterfall. Walk it off.
We were just talking about how theme parks recreate things like this, and we're here enjoying it. This is beautiful. This little basin we're going through leading up to Stoney Indian is really cool. Pretty tough switchbacks here though. Man. What are you doing? It's not like there's anything to look at.
No, there's not much to look at.
Oh wait, sorry.
It's kind of.
Sorry, I forgot. Yeah.
Kind of boring.
Just had lunch down at those rocks straight ahead. This is looking down at the lake, and that's where we came from. We camped at Glen Lake Head somewhere down here, and Causey Lake is behind that. We've been making some slow progress here. These wildflowers are insane. The Maroon Bells 4-Pass Loop actually has some similar flowers. I actually just saw some columbines, yellow ones, and we have them a lot in Colorado in the mountains. Kind of reach that flat meadow tops that are kind of in these bowls in these mountains. You get up top and there's little amphitheaters. It's like the sound of music. It's amazing. We're gonna be up top on kind of this flat until we do the final ups for Stoney Indian, and then we'll be descending Stoney Indian down to the lake.
Look at that's Alpha Waterfall.
So we're making our way over Stoney Indian. Looks like we might have some rain clouds coming in. We're almost up to the top, and then we kind of got like a flat part, well, flat-ish, on top that's kind of exposed. That's what we're looking at though. Heading that way, and there's the questionable clouds. A couple of the guys took the adventure route and took the footbridge. Thank you, Glacier. We just made it up to another basin and a bench, and we just got to get to the top of that pass right there in the middle. Quite a day. 6 miles only, but this day's probably been the most beautiful so far. I don't have the map out right now, so I can't find out the name, but I think this is a named glacier, but it's retreating. So we got rain jackets on, pack covers. For the first time this trip, I have a gallon Ziploc bag for my rain protection with the camera. It's actually worked wonders. I'm sure there's other more expensive options, but this has worked great. It literally just fits right over my camera, and I just hold onto my arm till the rain's gone. If it was a severe storm and it was dumping, I'd put it away in my pack. So just up there is Stoney Indian Pass. Just got to get up a little more. Day 3, things are getting weird. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow on day 5 and day 6. We'll never be the same. Weather's still iffy, but this is what we've come up. Stoney Indian Pass is straight ahead. That's quite a view.
North Face. It says it there. I'm sponsored.
Made it to the top of Stoney Indian Pass. And our camp for the night is down at that lake. Pretty awesome. Weather's clearing up.
Yeah, I already took off mine.
Quite a nice view we got here. There's Cathedral Peak.
You were pointing and moving your arm, so your arm looks a little funny. Look at.
What is he even doing? What'd you just do? Will you show the camera what you did?
This is Mountain Mike rolling. I'm gonna get you.
So it is really windy on this side of the pass. We're making our way down to Stoney Indian Lake. Down this way. I'm trying not to keep this camera out because this is so beautiful. Getting water on the lens. Just trying to show this. It's amazing. This is pretty good hiking. That's looking up at Stoney Indian Pass. We have made it down to the lake. Beautiful color when the clouds are gone and the sun's out. The campground's straight ahead there at the end of the lake. The guys are making their way over. Said we're gonna make it to camp before 4. It's about 3:35. I think we're right on time. Walking along Stoney Indian Lake here. We're really close to it too. This trail goes right along next to it. What a day. We hung out on Stoney Indian Pass for maybe about a half hour. It's one of those spots you know that you might not ever be there again in your entire life, and take advantage of it. Just kind of the divide of part of the trail here. We had views looking back the way we came, and then now we had views down looking here at Stoney Indian. I think that this might be the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. I think just a couple more minutes to camp. I used to camp in the Sierra Nevada growing up. We camped at a place called East Fork Campground, and we'd go up to Rock Creek Lake, and there's a hike my mom would take us on. We jokingly called it the Death March then because it was, you know, we're kids and it seemed like a long hike. It led us to some beautiful lakes, and one in particular is called Gem Lake. It's color just like this. I remember balling up some snow on the shore and dumping Kool-Aid mix on it and having snow cones. So good memory, and this lake is very reminiscent of that. I miss you, Mom. Wish you knew I was doing great out here. I'm sure you do. And I love you. We're heading over to the food prep area for Stoney Indian Lake Campground. It's a ways up here. Gonna head up this way and store our food. I guess there's a bear box. So we put our food away, do the right thing, and then go set up camp. So we just put our food down. There's 3 spots here to camp. We're gonna have 2 of the 3. We think this one's taken. The lake's right here. So they would have the overlooking spot. So Dom's up there picking one of these. And I think we're gonna go jump in this lake. They mentioned having nuisance deer here. Oh, this guy's coming right over. The sun is out and we have found camp. Up this way and in the trees is the other camp spot. Chris, Aspen, and Jake have this one. And Dom and I have this one. It's pretty nice. A little windy up here. We're pretty high up. Spot's good. What do you think of this, Dom?
Got a nice spot here, Mike.
How about that view over your shoulder?
It's a knife. That's what it is.
So these trees are helping. It's pretty gusty up here. Seems like we're gonna have a good spot. I'm gonna probably just be right here. All right, set up some camp. 3rd night in Glacier here. Stoney Indian Lake. Found a good spot. Made it by 4 o'clock. Looking good. We got 5 hours of daylight left. And we have views to the west, which to me is really awesome and important. The last couple nights we've kind of been cliffed out on the west. Sunset's gonna be this way, and hopefully these colors and clouds are just gonna pop tonight. Hope for good weather. We are higher up, like I mentioned. A little bit colder tonight for that reason. A little bit windier. Tomorrow we're dropping down again just to head back up to 50 Mountain, which is a big day. The next 2 days are actually pretty big. Dom's getting his tent set up. I'm gonna do the same. Get some whiskey going, maybe a beer. We're gonna go jump in the lake. We're here at Stoney Indian Lake and hanging out. Gonna jump in here a little bit.
This one is considerably colder than Elizabeth.
You're doing the #1 no-no. You're going in slow, dude. Woo! You gonna jump in or no?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
For Norway!
The Norway team gets a 9 out of 10. Phenomenal.
Man, that is cool. Jump in.
Take the
glasses. Get out right now. This feels so good on the legs.
Holy moly!
All right, one more and then I'm getting out.
Cryotherapy.
Well, that was amazing. All of us jumped in. Some took it slow. Dom just went in.
Yay!
That was colder than Elizabeth Lake for sure. Man, what an awesome day.
Dude, I'm sorry, but like, I don't even know you like that.
You need to get out of here. You're eating his backpack.
Why'd you try to eat my backpack, dog? That's not even a plant.
Good.
You can go higher again. Get that, can't you? You're tall. Go on my shoulders.
Oh my baby.
Double check our place because Chris was all worried earlier.
Yeah.
I got a honey goat Gouda with some tuna, some mayo, and we're gonna do some summer sausage.
They made like kind of turf up oil.
Bob, do you have that habanero sauce?
Yes, I was actually just about to
I
get
would
that out.
love that. We are hanging out at the food prep area at Stoney Indian Lake. Thanks, dog. Christopher brought some hot sauce of varietals. And I'm gonna try this habanero one.
He bought varietal hot sauce.
Habanero condiment, yellowbird sauce. Let's see. Oh.
Comes out quick.
Oh yeah. Cheese, mayonnaise, hot sauce, summer sausage. Hell yeah, dude. Ooh.
Such a backcountry burrito.
You're a backcountry
People do
burrito. You're on camera. You and Espen both.
Who thinks they do in burritos?
Backcountry burrito.
Leonardo DiCaprio kind of like squint, peering into your soul, kind of questioning you a little
Ooh,
bit.
dude.
You know, kind of does that kind of.
Tonight I'm doing Packet Gourmet Texas State Fair chili. We are here at Stoney Indian Lake, and it is getting really windy and stormy. Yikes.
Yikes.
So I'm gonna hydrate this food up here and make sure we're secure. Probably put some warm food. Put some warm clothes on while I'm hydrating my
I'm gonna
food.
put some more.
Stop using the F word, Jake. You're ruining the videos. I think I ruined the videos, Jake.
I don't know. I was just raised that way. My dad curses a lot.
This is you ruining the video right there.
Will you
see
explain
that?
to YouTube why you
see
just
now?
ruined that last clip that we can't put in?
Bach can see how you ruined the video.
Oh, that's how Jake ruined the video. Okay.
Carmelo,
Go
you
ahead.
gotta go.
Go ahead,
Hey.
Carmelo. Come on. Go, scram.
Get out of here. What up?
Hey, Bach. Hey, Espen. Hey, Fishhead.
What's up?
What's up, dude? Jake.
No, they still lose you, Espen.
Texas State Fair chili is delicious. It's really good. I got the water portion perfect, too.
Do you want some habanero in there?
I would love some.
Oh, so we're not the only ones who bring hot sauce with us.
Yeah,
No, not at all.
It's so
Hell
it's
yeah.
so critical. We go Chipotle, Tabasco.
That's a good one.
That's good stuff.
Get some like Taco Bell sauce, just like habanero
Classy.
stuff.
You're the second person who has this same company.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
They're the best.
Habanero hot sauce in here.
I guess so.
Texas State Fair chili.
This one's pasta beef bolognese. This one's a shepherd's cottage pie.
shepherd pie. We're doing a ramen bomb tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Call him
Get out of here, Carmelo.
Freaking deer.
Excuse me, sir. This guy's been showing absolutely no restraint coming into our camp spot and coming into our food prep area. He's 10 feet from the food prep area. They just don't really care.
Little bunny rabbit.
Pepper cherry.
This is Cornelo's little cousin. Oh, it's so nice.
So hungry. And the rain begins.
So do you guys have any favorite, like, couple day hikes or backpacks in Colorado?
4-pass loop.
That one was
4-pass loop,
amazing.
but that's like 4 days.
It's like a mini version of this.
Cool.
It's like coming down, actually just today, coming down to here reminds us of Snowmass Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, alpine.
Don't gotta get any permits or anything.
Yeah, no permits right now, and that will change probably within 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
There's so many people there.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no assigned camping. So you just go, I mean, there's 30 people in the area camping.
Yeah, when we pulled up to Snowmass, it was like there was nowhere to camp. We brought the
So it's starting to rain. We have thunder and lightning going on. We might hunker down under the tarp. Some of us might go to our tents though. But it's only what, 6:30.
Me and Jake both confident it's gonna pass.
Doesn't look like it's getting any lighter. We are hunkered down under here. It is starting to hail crazy. This is awesome. This is pretty cool. It is. Dumping hail outside right now. So we are under this tarp. Damn, they're coming in, dude. And it is hailing. Those are big pieces of hail, too. Oh my gosh. This is epic. Oh my gosh. We have all retreated to our tents for the duration of the storm. We were hanging out up there and then pretty crazy hail started, thunder and lightning, and we all kind of ran back to our tents. It is a far run from the food prep area to our tents too. Probably the farthest of any of these campsites we've been in yet. And lightning was going off. I'm not the greatest fan of lightning. Now I'm sitting in the tent and there's water under here. You can see that there's water right there. It looks like a freaking waterbed from the 80s. I do have a hole in my tent somewhere at the bottom. As you can see, moisture is just kind of making precipitation on the floor of my tent. And that is making this jiggly, watery effect. It sucks that we're sitting in a kind of a depression where the water's building up and pooling. Dom's yelling at me. I don't know why. Hey, Dom, what's up, man?
Hey, Mark, what's up?
I'm just hanging out, dude.
This is a hike with Mike Special.
It's a hike with Mike Special. Yeah. Why is it special?
Yeah, I don't know. It just is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because we're stuck in a tent?
We are stuck in a tent.
I don't have a footprint for my tent. That makes things even worse.
I don't have any snacks in my tent, so...
Yeah, we don't have any snacks because you're not allowed to have food in your tent.
Snacks, man.
Dom wants some snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah, my ass is getting wet. What do you think of this view?
I give it a 4.
That's a 4, dude.
That's a 4.
Oh my God. For real though, it just dumped hail and rain on us, and now it looks like there might be another round coming. That's where it kind of came from, and I think Dom likes that.
That's the view from our camp.
That's pretty darn tootin'. It is 7:20. We're tootin' with the darn.
I just want to know, you two, how do you feel today? Because I feel great today. Your feelings matter. And I don't want you to think your feelings don't matter, because they do.
So we just had that mighty storm come through. The guys are gonna go back to the food prep area, I think. Hang out for a little bit. Gonna play some cards, Magic the Gathering. Looks like there might be another round coming our way. We'll see. I had to move my tent. There is a 2-inch puddle at the bottom of it.
My tent as well, Mike.
Dominic moved his as well. Jake, your fly's down.
Come say hello. Come say hello.
Hey.
Hey, Mike.
What's going on? Hey, guys. Hey, what are you guys doing?
I'm reading a book.
Huh.
On my nook.
I'm playing a version of Solitaire.
I think that there's more storms coming in probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Yeah. What do we got going on?
Welcome to my crib.
Give us a little tour.
That's Espen's side.
Hey, Aspen side.
This is my side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. This is my bear spray. It's for bears.
Bear sprays up there ready.
Spray them.
Nice. And we got cards. Oh, cards. Wow. Well, I like your shindig, guys.
Thanks.
All right, I'm heading back to the food prep area. Dominic and Jacob are up there. See, look, it's a far ways. That's the food prep area. Gotta walk down this, across that bridge, through the willows, up the rock slab, and up the hill to the tarp that we put up. And it's looking like some more rain's coming in, so I'm gonna be running back here in about 5 minutes. This is what they do.
You gain 1 life. Sacrificing.
You guys play board games too, or?
I play Access and Allies and Risk and stuff like that a lot.
Okay. I just played Terraforming Mars, which was a blast.
What is that all about?
Similar like engine building where you have a deck, and then there's also like a board element, kind of like Settlers of Catan. It combines the two. It's a lot of fun.
Cool, hell yeah.
It's a good one.
Steel Toe Milk Stout out of Ska Brewing from Durango, Colorado. I'm watching these guys play this game.
A 3-3.
He's playing.
A 4-4.
It looks pretty confusing.
Because they're all flying. You pay those to cast these spells. It shows it at the top. That's essentially the 4 is what you attack with, and the 4 is what you'll defend with. And then if he had 4 greater toughness, he wouldn't die. If he had less than that, he would die.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I get the fundamentals of that.
5, 6.
So, how was today,
This
guys?
is pretty cool.
What do you think about today?
It was awesome.
Yeah?
It was a tough hike.
We got hailed on.
We did get hailed on at camp once we got here. Seeing this, it's all worth it. This is cool.
What do you think of the views today?
Cool.
Some of the best views we've seen so far.
We're going to be going to bed here pretty soon, and we'll see you in the morning, guys. Do you want to say anything else?
Shout out to Packet Gourmet.
I actually,
Shout out to Packet Gourmet.
Texas State Fair chili with Ritz crackers, and I ate it during the hailstorm.
Crackers are important.
And they were threatening to leave me there by myself to drown.
We'll see you guys in the morning here. Looking back at camp.
At the chalet, when we go to dinner, we'll play.
It's almost 9 o'clock.
All right. Good night. Good night.